Good morning students. Welcome to GOUTAM'S classes. In our previous class, we have already discussed what is factorization, why it works, how it helps you to find out solutions to a quadratic equation. And now we shall understand all that through a good example. Okay. So here first let me tell you what I have written on screen on blackboard. I have mentioned the standard form of quadratic equation, and in factorization method we split the middle term into two parts, mx and nx. We have already understood this in our previous class. And m and n, these two coefficients, the sum of these two coefficients m and n has to be equal to b, and product of those two values m and n, those two coefficients m and n has to be equal to a c, means a into c. What is a? A is the leading coefficient and c is the constant term. Okay, so product of the two coefficients m and n has to be equal to ac. Taking these two conditions under consideration, then you can find out value of m and n, and you can write in place of this and this. Okay, after that your factorization works out. If you are unable to find out value of m and n by considering these two cases and working on this, then you can also apply direct formula for m and direct formula for n. Then you can use m and n in these two places and you can factorize it. It works. Okay, this is what we have already talked in our previous class. Let us apply it in one example and see how it works. Okay. By the way, factorization method is also known as the method of splitting the middle term, because we split the middle term. The middle term of standard form of our quadratic equation is bx. Ax square is first term, the leading term, bx is the middle term or second term, and third term is constant term or c. So we split the middle term into two parts in factorization method. That's why factorization method is also known as the method of splitting the middle term. Okay, so let me go through one example. I am taking an example. Let's say 20x square minus 7x minus 3 equals 0. I will use factorization method to find out solutions to this particular equation. Let's see what I will do. I will split the middle term bx. Who is bx here? This equation is already in standard form. You can see it is ax square. This is bx, this is c. Sometimes question may not be in the right order like you have here as in the standard form. You have 20x square which is ax square. We have the second term 7x which is bx, the second term of standard form, and we have minus 3 which is third term of our standard form. Here also it is in third place. So this is exactly in standard form. You can work out now. But sometimes you may be given the quadratic polynomial in a different order. Suppose I give you like this: minus 7x minus 3 plus 20x square is equal to 0. While working on such a case, please make sure that before you work, the arrangement is proper. The arrangement of the terms is matching with the standard form. Ax square should be the first term, means 20x square. It should be in the beginning. And then the term bx. Who is bx? Minus 7x. So write that in the second place. Then minus 3. After that you work out, the things will be correct. Okay, there will be less chances of error. But if you start here considering minus 3 as middle term, no doubt you are going to get the answer wrong. So first arrange it in right order of quadratic polynomial or quadratic equation and then solve it. That's clear. Already we have arranged in this particular question. In this particular question, already our terms are arranged according to the standard form of quadratic equation. So we will start solving now. Okay. So watching the standard form, that is first step. Next step is to split bx into two parts, mx and nx. Okay. How shall we get that? Either applying this either taking these two conditions under consideration or these two formula. So let's go for it. As I have written here, m plus n should be equal to b. Who is b in this particular quadratic polynomial? It is minus 7. So m plus n has to be equal to b, means minus 7. Okay, it has to be minus 7. Then product of m and n has to be equal to a into c. A is 20, c is minus 3. So identify c properly. It's not positive 3. Always whenever you are saying a, b or c, tell with symbol. So c is minus 3, a is plus 20. Plus 20 into minus 3. this gives me minus 60. All right, this gives me minus 60. Our task is to find out m and n. For that, what shall we do? Let us stick to the product. Product of m and n is 60. Pick up that. Take 60, either find out the prime factorization of this or represent 60 in as a product of two numbers in as many ways as possible. I can write 60 as 1 into 60, or I can write it as 2 into 30. I can write as 3 into 20. I can write 60 as 4 into 15. I can write also 60 as 5 into 12. Also I can write as, what else I can write? 5 into 12, 6 into 10. Okay, 6 into 10. I can write in this many ways. By 7 it is not divisible, by 8 no, by 9 no, by 10 yes, 10 into 6, but already I have written 6 into 10, so that's why I am not writing anymore. So here you complete. This process gives you also the list of factors of 60. If you go in the shape of U, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, 20, 30, 60. This is list of factors of 60. However, here we have shown 60 as a product of two numbers in different ways. Okay, why two numbers? Because we are searching for two numbers m and n, which we will use in place of mx and nx. Okay, now which pair of numbers is our required m and n? To know that, next step you have to see, you try to check each pair and see whether their sum or difference gives you 7. 60 and 1, when you take, the sum is 60 plus 1, 61, difference is 60 minus 1, 59. So you are not going to get 7. So this pair is rejected. 2 and 30, 30 plus 2 is 32, 30 minus 2 is 28. You don't get 7, forget it. This is rejected. 20 into 3, 20 and 3, if you take 20 plus 3 is 23, 20 minus 3 is 17. You don't get 7. This is rejected. 4 and 15, if you take, 15 plus 4 gives you 19, 15 minus 4 gives you 11. So this is also rejected. So we are applying trial and error basically while searching for m and n. We are trying, we are getting error, trying and error, trying and getting error. So this is called trial and error method. Now 5 into 12 we have here. Let's consider this pair. 12 plus 5 is 17. 12 minus 5 gives you 7. So yes, by taking 5 and 12 we can get 7. All right. 6 and 10, this is the last pair. If you take this, you will not get 7. So forget it. You have already got 5 and 12. Let us think about it. By taking 6 and 10, you don't get 7. 6 plus 10 is 16. 10 minus 6 is 4. So you are not going to get 7. Now 5 into 12 gives you 60, and 5 and 12, their difference is 7. So now it is time to think about the signs of the product. M into n is minus 60. We started with 60, without sign we took it, we paired it, we expressed it as product of two numbers in different ways. Now let us think about the sign. Sign is negative. So 5 into 12 gives you positive 60. To have minus 60, either 12 or 5 has to be negative. If I take minus 12 and plus 5 and multiply them, I get minus 60. I can get minus 60 also by taking minus 5 and plus 12. Okay. In both cases I get. Now taking 12 as negative and 5 as positive, or taking 5 as negative or 12 as positive, in which case you get minus 7 as the sum. This is the next step. So let us check that. If you take minus 12 plus 5, you get minus 7. So you got it. Minus 12 and 5 gives you product minus 60, and minus 12 plus 5 gives you minus 7. So minus 12 and plus 5 is your required pair of values of m and n. Okay, by taking this you get product equal to minus 60 and sum equal to minus 7, means which is B. So here you can stop and use this as m and n. Minus 5 and 12 will not give you minus 7. Minus 5 plus 12 gives you plus 7. So you don't get minus 7. So this pair is rejected, but this pair minus 12 and plus 5, this is your right pair. Minus 12 you take as m, plus 5 you take as n. Okay. So we got value of m as minus 12 and value of n as plus 5, or you can alternately take it. You can take m as minus 12, n as plus 5, or you can take m as plus 5 and n as minus 12. There is no issue. I will also show you how students find out in other way? By prime factorization method also some students find out. 60 when divided repeatedly, it gives you the prime factorization like this: 2 30s are, 2 15s are, 3 5s are, 5 1s are. So I have 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. This is prime factorization. Some students apply this also. Here what they do, they want two numbers m and n. So they divide the group of factors into two parts, like take 2 and take this as a whole. So they get 2 and 2 into 3 into 5. 2 3 is 6, 5 is 30. 2 and 30. They compare these two. Do they get sum equal to 7? No, they don't get. And sum or difference, 30 plus 2 gives you 32, 30 minus 2 gives you 28. So you don't get 7. So this is rejected. Then they pair 2 and 2 and 3 and 5. 2 into 2 gives you 4, 3 into 5 gives you 15. Taking 4 and 15, what happens? 15 plus 4 is 19 and 15 minus 4 is 11. So you're not getting 7. So this is also rejected. Then they can compare this way also. 2 into 2 into 3. 2 into 2 into 3 is 12. And then 5 is taken alone. So you have 12 and 5. Now 12 plus 5 is 17. 12 minus 5 is 7. So they find like this the right pair also by going to prime factorization of 60, or by listing the pairs of numbers who give you the product 60 in different ways. Also you can get it. If you face difficulty in this or this, you can go for direct formula of m and n. So let us calculate what we are getting. Let's see. Students, by mistake I had written minus b here. The formula for m and n is not minus b plus root b square minus 4ac by 2. It is plus b square minus 4ac root by 2. And for n, it is not minus b, it is plus b minus root b square minus 4ac by 2. This is formula. These two are formula for m and n. By mistake I had written minus here earlier. I have corrected it. The corrected formula is this two. Now let us apply. B is minus 7. So let me put minus 7 here, plus b square minus 4ac. B square minus 4ac we will calculate. Who is b? Minus 7. So you can calculate b square minus 4ac separately, or there also you can calculate. There is no problem. B square minus 4ac. B is minus 7. So minus 7 square minus 4 into a. What is a? A is 20. And what is c? C is minus 3. Minus 3. So we get minus 7 square is 49. Minus 4 into 20 into minus 3. Minus into minus, plus 4 into 20 is 80. And into 3 means 240. So I have 49 plus 240. 49 plus 240 is 289. Okay. So b square minus 4ac. So b square minus 4ac is 289 by I have 2. Now minus 7 plus 289 is square of 17. So square root of 289 will be 17. Minus 7 by 2. This gives you now 17 minus 7 is 10 by 2, means you get 5. Now you have got the value of m. Value of m is 5. Okay. And what is value of n now? You can use this formula to calculate. But let me tell you, already you have calculated 5, which is value of m. So let us think what is n. M plus n gives you b. M plus n gives you b. Here m plus n is minus 7. You have already found m is 5. If m is 5, then what will be n? Directly you can find out. Simply use it. M plus n is equal to minus 7. So I can find n is equal to minus 7 minus m. Means minus 7 minus what is m? M is 5. So I can write that. So minus 12. I get n is equal to minus 12. This is how also I can get value of n. Or if you want to use this formula, also you can calculate. This is also not time taking. Already you have seen that these two formulas are almost same. Here plus is there and here minus is there. That is the only difference. Other things are completely same. So apply the same things that you have here. Minus 7. Here also we will write, because b is there in both cases. Instead of plus, just we will use minus. And root b square minus 4ac, here also we have, here also we have. So root b square minus 4ac. the value of this, whatever we got here, just we will copy that. So root 289 was the value of root b square minus 4ac, and it came 17. So here just copy 17 and by 2. Now you have minus 7 minus 17. Minus 7 minus 17 is minus 24 by 2, which gives you minus 12. Okay, so here we have found the value of n. M is 5, n is minus 12. So by applying this process or this process or this process, in any process you can get whichever process you find easy, apply that. Okay, so value of m and n is minus 12 and plus 5, minus 12 and plus 5, minus 12 and plus 5. In this case also we will get. So let us go to factorize this and find the solutions. We have already found value of m and n. In place of mx and nx, now we will write bx will be split into mx and nx, means here 7x will be split into two parts, mx and nx. So in place of mx I will write, suppose I take m as minus 12. Okay, so copy the term ax square as it is 20x square, and in place of mx let me write minus 12 as m, and then copy x. Then what is n? N is plus 5, so take plus 5 and write x. Okay, so you have minus 7x written as minus 12x plus 5x. M is minus 12, n is 5. Now minus 3 is there. Now your quadratic polynomial has been expressed as sum of 4 terms, and these 4 terms are no doubt arranged correctly. You don't have to change the order because you have performed everything correctly. It was in standard form in the beginning. Then when you wrote minus 7x as a sum of 2 terms, now there will be no problem. Okay, if you write 5x here and minus 12x in the second place, then also there is no problem. You don't need any arrangement actually. Now from this first group of 2 terms we can take common. What will be the common thing from the first group of 2 terms? It will be 4x. Okay, so here 5 is left, and out of x square 1x is left. Now in place of minus 12x I'll be having 3. Okay, x is out, 4 is out, so 4 into 3 is 12, so 3 is left here. From these 2 terms what is common? Nothing is common, so I'll write 1 as a common factor. If there is nothing common in 2 terms, take 1 as their common factor. Now plus 1 is taken common out of this, means the same thing will be left, 5x minus 3. If I would be taking minus 1 as common, then same thing would be left with opposite symbol, but with opposite symbol. But plus 1 is taken common means exactly copy the same thing. There is no change inside the bracketed thing or the leftover thing or the remaining things of these 2 terms. No doubt you will get 5x minus 3 as binomial in both the parts. It is not a surprise because you applied this all, that's why you will get. Okay, we have already talked about this, how it works in our previous video when we talked about factorization. Now this binomial will be taken common. So 5x minus 3 is common, and what is left after taking 5x minus 3? If you take 5x minus 3 common, you are left with 4x, and in this part you are left with plus 1. So 4x plus 1 is left, is equal to 0. Now by these 4 steps, 1 2 3 4, your factorization of quadratic polynomial is over. Now you find the solutions. How you find solutions? See, this part is a product of, now you have shown this quadratic polynomial as a product of 2 linear polynomials. 2 linear polynomials are multiplied giving 0. This means, so when you get 0 as a product, out of the 2 factors anyone has to be 0, then only you will get 0. 2 things are multiplied here, this polynomial and this polynomial are multiplied giving you 0. It means either this is 0 or this is 0. If none of them is 0, you will not get 0. So either this is 0 or this is 0, or both of them are 0. So we can write 5x minus 3 is 0, or it may be that this is 0. 4x plus 1 equals to 0. Clear? Now what happens? We will write 5x is equal to, minus 3 goes to other side, becomes plus 3, and here 4x is left on left side and plus 1 goes to right side, becomes minus 1. Now One more step I need, I will not write here. Let me copy in this place. X is equal to, I will get, when 5 goes to other side, 3 by 5. Okay. Or I can get X is equal to, when 4 is taken to other side in this part, minus 1 by 4. I'll get minus 1 by 4. So we got two values of X. As we have already discussed, a quadratic polynomial has two zeros. So a quadratic equation will have two solutions or two roots. And we got that as 3 by 5 and minus 1 by 4 in this case. These two roots are your alpha and beta. One root is alpha, one is beta. You can take 3 by 5 as alpha, minus 1 by 4 as beta, or minus 1 by 4 is alpha, 3 by 5 as beta. So by applying factorization method, we solved this quadratic equation and we found the solution of this quadratic equation. Alpha is 3 by 5 and beta is minus 1 by 4. This is our solution. You can write the two solutions are 3 by 5 and minus 1 by 4. That's it. Hope you understood. So this is how we found the solution to this quadratic equation. This class was completely dedicated to finding out solution to a quadratic equation by using factorization method. I made this video to explain you how factorization is helpful in factorizing a quadratic polynomial and finding solution to a quadratic equation. So here we applied factorization method to find out the solution of this quadratic equation. Alright, and important thing is finding out m and n. So here you can focus. Either you apply this process or go for writing prime factorization of the product and get the values of m and n. So this was all about today's class. So in our next video, we shall be talking about exercise 4.2, where we will apply factorization method to solve the quadratic equations. Okay, see you in the next class. Till then, take care. Thank you.